Hello everybody and welcome back to Mondstadt. Look at where we are. I am so excited for this one. Oh my god. Today we are doing Paralogism. Yes indeed. Here it is. Focus experience mode. Let's go ahead and enable that now so I don't forget. And we will track to it as well. It's already doing it for us. Delightful. Okay, so you may be wondering why we're doing this now instead of Natlan next. That's because a lot of you gave me some very good advice about apparently something big happens in this quest and in a trailer that is perhaps associated that I need to know before 6.2. So we're doing this now because I think right before 6.2 drops, we will be in media res in Natlan, and I don't want to interrupt the flow of Natlan to do Paralogism and then go back to it. So, since we did Clorent quest last time, we are doing Paralogism this time, and I am so excited. Oh my god, back in Mondstadt. I am going to call it now. I'm going to savor this one for all that it is worth, and I hope everyone enjoys as well. We are in the Japanese dub for this one. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Different voice lines. And I am super excited. Let's see. I don't know anything about this quest. I remember seeing the splash art, I believe. Promotional banner, perhaps that is the word. Okay, wait. Oh my god, I'm remembering who was on the promotional banner. There was Albedo, there was Venti, I think there was even Kaya. There were the Traveler and Paimon, of course. I feel like Jean was there too. I can't believe we're doing this. I'm so excited. The Windbloom Festival should be a joyous affair, but not all is as it seems in Mondstadt. Okay, are we recording? We are. Do we have audio? We do. Let's jump right into it. Except, do I want to change my party? I have been thinking about changing my party, but let's just keep it simple. Wow! Look at this thing! What is that? It reminds me of the random events you get in Mondstadt sometimes where it's like, blow the strange mark away with animo. Goodness me, that's gorgeous! I almost don't want to get rid of it. Return to special story mode. Yeah, let's do it! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's beautiful. I'm feeling overwhelmed already. It's beautiful. This is my first Windbloom, technically. Of course. Let's go and say hello. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Hi, Catherine! Scushy.
あたりをよく観察してみてください。あなたたちならきっ
Ooh.
と変わった点に気づけるはずです。
Catherine slipping us some information.
あたり
Is something going on? That seems normal. That seems normal. Oh.
せっかくのウィンドブルーム祭なのに私ってば
No, don't worry, Beatrice. Windbloom is all about achieving your dreams by your own power, basically, right? So, whatever it is, we can fix it. You can fix it.
元気を出そうとしなくてもいいよ。ほら、誰しも落ち込むことくらいあるだろ。そうだ。気晴らしに今夜街を散歩でもしないか？星を見に行くのもいい。
That's cute.
星をでも星拾いの崖は夜になるといつも誰かが陣取ってるじゃない。あなたも知ってるでしょ。はあとにかくなんだか気分が落ち着かないの。また今度ね。あれ？ベアトリーチェのやつ、珍しく元気ないみたいだな。いつもだったら クイーンと口喧嘩したりおしゃべりしたりしてるのに、あんな風になってるの初めて見たぞ。
It seems like she has something weighing on her mind. Maybe we could help
ど
with
こ
it?
に行くんだ？家まで送ろうか。
So it is Windbloom. Come on, let him walk you home.
大丈夫。
Alright.
ちょっと一人になりたいの。それにこの後ちょっと用事もあるし。
Ooh. Okay, something she needs to do. That could be the thing that's
Queen.
bothering her, maybe.
実は少し前に。
Yes.
どうしたんだ？
いや、やっぱりいい。なんでもないわ。クイーン、私たちしばらく会わない方がいいと思う。
Wow. Okay, whatever it is, it's really bothering her, and she's very conflicted over it.
え？ちょっと待てよ。それって絶交ってことか？俺は君の一番の親友なんだろ？
It seems like she's isolating herself, so she's worried that whatever is going on will affect him too.
ベアトリーチェのやつ、クイーンを見向きもせず走ってたぞ。ちょっとモンドから離れてた間に、あいつらの愛情じゃなくて友情は終わっちゃったのか？
I can't believe it. Maybe they're just working out the kinks?
あ、さっきキャサリンが言ってた変わった点って、まさかこのことか？
Is it a widespread issue? Or is it just those two?
その一つと言うべきでしょう。
Just one example.
ベアトリーチェさんはもう何日も憂鬱そうにされていますが、彼女だけでなく、
If it is a widespread issue, my first thought, because this is a fantasy world, is maybe something's going on that's harshing the vibes. Just making people feel out of sorts, like a bad omen is looming over the city kind of feeling.
栄誉騎士さんとパイモンさん。
Hello?
どうしたんだ？元気ないみたいだけど。
You don't sound too happy either.
そのモンドの衛兵としてこんなにへこんでいてはいけないと分かっているのですが、最近どうもメンタル面が落ち込んでいて集中力も続かないんです。
Okay, so it's maybe it wasn't something specific for Beatrice. It's just many people are feeling this ill ease.
時々夜中に目を覚まして
Sleepwalking.
家の外に立っていることがあります。いつの間にか無遊しているみたいで。
Honestly, that actually reminded me of Unreconciled Stars. Except it wasn't the same issue back then. People dreamed the same dream where they were trying to accomplish something that they weren't sure what they were trying to accomplish. But in this case, he's sleepwalking. That's a little bit more concerning, I would say.
医者に見てもらった方がいいぞ。
おっしゃる通りです。病院には行きましたが、診断によれば体は極めて健康とのことでした。
Strange.
祈祷牧師のバーバラさんのところも訪ねてみましたが、やはり医者と同じ結論でした。ですが、バーバラさんは親切にも僕のために祈祷をしてくださって、バルバトス様が必ず助けてくれるともおっしゃってくれました。
I wonder if he knows anything about what's going on.
僕が見てはいけないものを見てしまったからなのでしょうか。
Oh.
そのせいで。
He saw something. Okay, that makes me remember that Beatrice did seem to have a specific event that happened a couple days ago that was bothering her. And you saw something. What did you see?
すみません。今はウィンドブルーム祭ですし、自分で何とかします。では、パトロールに戻るので、僕はこれで。
Oh gosh, the timing is terrible because it's Windbloom. No one is going to reach out for help or really talk about what's bothering them. They'll try to do it on their own. Concerning.
まさかこの時期って睡眠不足になりやすいのかな？
Potentially, literally, yeah. And Donna too.
ドンナさんもどうやら。
はあ、魅力的な男性ってどこにいるのかしら？
It's just her usual musings.
あれ？確かドンナってディルクの旦那一筋だったよな。
True. Is she potentially moving on?
ええ、私もそう思っていましたが、どうやら気持ちが変わったようです。
Wow. Kaya!
あら、あそこにいるのは騎兵隊長のガイアさん？
Oh my god, Donna, if you're trying to find someone else to fixate on so that you can get rid of your feelings for D-Luke, are you really... The next person you see, you get a latch onto him and it happens to be Kaya? Oh no.
おかしいわ。ガイアさんこそ私の理想にふさわしいのに、どうしてこれまで全く何も感じなかったのかしら。
Oh my god, Donna, no!
そう言ってもらえて嬉しい限りだ。ただそれが俺に聞こえてしまうのはちょっとどうだろうか。
Yeah, really?
ごめんなさい。私ったらガイアさん、今のはどうか聞かなかったことに。ウィンドブルーム祭楽しんでください。
She said it out loud and he heard it!
もちろん可愛いお嬢さん。でもディルックに興味がなくなった理由を聞かせてもらえるか。確か俺の知る限りでは。
I love how, I mean, it's a great opportunity because she did say that out loud. We can, or he can, just directly ask her what's going on.
おお、よくぞ聞いてくれたぞ。
A good question. He took the chance.
そんなことまでご存知なのですね。はあ、実は最近ディルック様がモンド城に来ていたのですが、なんだか以前のような胸の高鳴りを全く感じられなかったのです。
I mean, this could be natural. It could be an effect of whatever's going on, just making her feel less enthusiastic about anything. Or
あれはまさ
secret
に
third option.
好きでもない男性と結婚して何年か経った時にやってくる急激な後悔のような。これはただの例えですよ。なんかごめんなさい。
She apologized for something. But it seems like, yeah, it's, the emotions that we're seeing between Donna and Beatrice, at least, they're both sharing this sort of sentiment, maybe, of I realize I'm not as passionate about this thing as I was before, or I don't enjoy this person as much as I did before. So it's kind of a feeling of, not exactly heartbreak, but jadedness? Huh.
とにかく先ほどのガイアさんの方が魅力的なことに気づいたんです。けどガイアさんがこれまでと何か変わったというわけではありません。言葉にするのが難しいのですが、ただ単にそんな感じがしただけでして。
It really is, it's so funny. She basically just said to his face, yeah, no, you're no different from usual, and I don't know why I like you, but something is influencing me to like you. That she basically just said that to his face.
ああ、わかったよ。お前さんに多少なりとも胸の高鳴りを送れたのなら光栄だ。おっと、すまないが用事があるんで、俺はこれで失礼する。
Well said. Bye. Please come talk to us.
こっち
Yes!
に来たぞ。オイラたちのことに気づいてたみたいだな。
Please tell me you've noticed this weirdness too.
気づいてたというのは違うな。俺は花からお前たちを探しに来てたんだ。旅人、パイモン、近頃はどうだ？
All good. How about yourself and the rest of the Knights of Favonius?
それについては、ちょっと場所を変えて話したい。いいかな、キャサリンさん。
Are you asking her to not listen? Why don't we just go somewhere private?
ええ、もちろんです。私のことはお気になさらず。
Oh, I see. He's borrowing us, basically.
オイラたちに用事でもあるのか？
お前たちがモンドに戻ってきたと聞いて、ジンに迎えに行くよう言われたんだ。詳しいことは執務室で話そう。
Oh, I'm so excited. We're helping out the Knights again. Let's go. Splash art. Yes! Oh my god. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. It does feel a little strange to be doing this now. It's an interlude chapter, and I haven't even done the previous Archon quest.
イ
Catherine,
ン
do
ド
you
ブルー
have
ム
anything?
祭の期間中、引き続き周囲の様子にご留意いただけますと幸いです。
But of course, you know us. Whoa! I can't engage with her! And look, it's a limited area! But yes, it feels a little strange. But at the same time, I have been assured that this won't have any spoilers for or plot lines from Natlan, so we should be good to do this. Can I talk to anybody?
最近魂の抜けたような奴らが多いな。
Wow.
そうでしょうか。僕は今まで通り仕事してますが。
So only some people are affected. Okay. I want to find Patton. Here's Miles again. Miles?
自分で何とかしますからご心配なく。
I believe in you, but also I wish you would talk to us, but also it is Windbloom.
ベアトリーチェ。一体どうしたんだ？
Oh, he seems very concerned. Stanley isn't here. Ooh, now there's a question of concern. Do you think this will impact people who already have it pretty rough even stronger? Can I go this far? I can. Great. Ooh, that's new. I think. Or maybe I just haven't been in Mondstadt for a while. I think this is new. Wow, she's gone. This really is just like Cloren's story quest. People are gone, people are different. Can I go inside the tavern? Oh my god, I can't go inside the tavern. That's so weird. Wow. I just wonder if there's any little Easter eggs around the city, you know? All the stores are closed. Can I use the crafting? I can't even use... Oh my god. This is so surreal. The fire is out. Oh, wait. People! Hi! Tell me your woes!
楽しいウィンドブルーム祭をお過ごしください。何か注文されますか？
そうね。
Well, they both seem normal. I want to see if Mona's over there. I feel like she might be randomly over there, but really no one is here. Oh, hi again, Miles. Funny that Huffman was gone. Is this our house? Wait a second. Wow, the mushrooms are even gone. They don't want me running around to collect things. They really want me to just focus on business. Well, perhaps I should get back to it then. Hello. Unmanned cart. So strange how many people are gone. Kinda spooky. I've always been very terrible with these stairs, but I seem to be going in the right direction. Did I just jinx myself? I sure did. This thing threw me off, whatever that building is. Glory's gone. Man, where is everybody? Do you suppose they just unloaded them because of the quest? Or do you suppose the characters are actually doing something? And they are somewhere. Again, related to the quest most likely, but still. Like, am I about to walk into the headquarters and there's a town meeting going on? These flowers almost look like a Sealy. Aw, the decorations are so pretty though. I wish we could keep Mondstadt like this. We made it! And there's people. Wait, we should go up all the way. Ellen's gone. Oh my god, Mondstadt. I'm so happy to be back here. It's unreal. Oh, look at the statue. It's so pretty. Oh, this looks familiar. Anything on the top? No. Don't they normally announce the Windbloom here when they decide what it's going to be for this year or something? I feel like I remember that from one of the Windbloom events that we did. Alright, really quickly going to check the cathedral. I'm assuming they won't even let us in. But it doesn't hurt to try. Hello. Yep, rejected. Okay, let's go find our dear knights. Hi, Dragonspine. Oh my god, the nail is gone! What did you do with my nail? No! Oh, that's so surreal. Is it just because it's outside of the map barrier and so it's kind of not as rendered as usual? That just feels wrong. It's been up there for so long. What year is it? 2025? So... it's been up there for probably a year and a half at least. If not longer. Hello! Welcome. Okay, nothing new. Pardon me. Athos! Nothing over here either. Alright. Let's head in. Let's go see Jean! What do you think? Lisa also? Amber maybe? Plea, if they want to throw some fun in there. Not that the others aren't fun, but Klee is special.
Ryan.
Wow!
それに君たちも
Yula!
ああ、二人を連れてきたぜ。
Good work.
よかった。こんな時だし、君たちがいてくれたら助かるわ。
Hi, Yula.
騎士団本部にこんなに人がいるなんて。なんかあったのか？
It's a little funny because I know they have to reduce the number of NPCs and whatnot around for mobile users. But it's very funny to hear Paimon say headquarters is packed when there's 4 people here.
栄誉騎士にパイモン。お目にかかれて光栄だ。まずは自己紹介だな。
Nice to meet you. Your name appears to be Note?
第二小隊隊長のノット、第三小隊隊長のスカーロング、
Captains.
第四小隊隊長のエウルア、それと俺、第九小隊隊長のガイアだ。
Wow, okay. It seems like the Knights of Favonius are actually rather large when all of them aren't off on an expedition. We have 4 captains here. Oh my gosh.
全員隊長。
This is a high-stakes mission, whatever it is. Or high authority, I suppose?
はい。ジン団長が中であなたたちを待っています。直接ご説明してくださるかと。
Nice to meet you, and thank you. That's really cool. Hi, Jean. Ooh, a picture.
旅人、パイモン。わざわざ来てもらってすまない。
Happy to be here. I don't think I've ever checked out that picture. Is everything all right? There are tons of people outside.
ああ。彼らは皆隊長たちだ。君たちの知り合いもいれば、初対面の人もいるだろう。
About 50-50, I would say.
近頃、モンド城でちょっとしたトラブルがあってな。その対処のために招集をかけた。これから私は、騎士団の各隊長たちと裁判に出る。
Okay, incidents, probably like the ones we've been hearing about, but my guess is that the Knights would know about any more serious ones that might have popped up. But a trial? How so?
裁判にオイラたちがいるのってモンドで、フォンテーヌじゃないよな。
Well, what are you trying to try? The feeling of discontentment itself? Or did you find the culprit already? This is a thing that has a culprit. Hmm?
ああ。ここは間違いなくモンドだ。けど、その反応も仕方ない。君たちはこういった状況に立ち会ったことがないだろうからな。
So it's a very fancy
まあ
trial.
実際、このようなことが起こるのもかなり久しぶりだ。
Does that mean you haven't had to arrest somebody for a very long time? Or is this just a particularly fancy type of trial?
モンドでは治安に関する事件の大部分をセピロス騎士団が審理する。だが、一部の重大事件の場合、セピロス教会とセピロス騎士団が共同で審理し、互いに監督し合うことで公正さを保つんだ。
On one hand, oh, okay, interesting. Second hand, so the picture is a windmill. That's hilarious. Very Jean. Third hand, I love her voice. It's really nice, actually.
バルバトス様が見届ける中、セピロス騎士団は正義と騎士道精神を貫き、セピロス教会は福音と工事を風が届く隅々までもたらす。
Okay, so by trying someone jointly between the knights and the church, it's sort of you're trying to balance justice with a spirit of goodwill.
そして今回の事件は後者の共同裁判を必要とするケースだ。
Okay.
かなり深刻そうだな。じゃあオイラたちを呼んだのはその協力を頼むためか？
The pacing of this is very fast. If they've already found that there is indeed some shenanigans going on that's causing this discontentment, and they've already found the culprit. So maybe instead of that, they have found someone who was very strongly affected by these strange feelings, and that person did something really serious. So they need to try that person, but maybe that's what got this strange feeling onto their radar. So potentially after this trial, then we'll jump into investigation. But they'll probably show us the trial because we'll learn something important. Hold on. The group of people we saw in the corridor just now, there was someone missing. I mean, we had what was it? 2, 4, 5, and 9? I think they were missing a couple captains, but I like your question. Where's Albedo?
あ、そういえばそうだな。アルベドを見かけなかったぞ。調査小隊の隊長ってアルベドのはずだけど。
Captain of Investigation, so he could be leading the investigation. Maybe he's with the, what would you call them? Riley? Should I assume prisoner, if they're a prisoner at the moment? That person.
鋭いな。
Okay, that tone feels ominous, actually. Where is he?
そう。だからこそ二人を呼んだんだ。
Is he missing? Is he okay?
私たちは今回の裁判の真相を究明し、セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長のアルベドに公正な判決を下すことになる。
What? Wait, you're... Explain?
アルベドに？何をしたんだ？
What did he do? Like, what? I can't even compute. How did this happen? What happened?
ジン、そろそろ時間だ。
Oh, I suddenly feel very underprepared. Can we do a full investigation first? I need all the information. What is happening? I feel like I missed something huge, but I'm going to assume that this is the cold open that the quest intended. Huh?
わかった。旅人、パイモン、ついてきてくれ。
Oh my god. I simultaneously am dreading this and loving it at the same time. What's going on? What did he do? Was he framed? Wait, the doppelgangers. Why does that look like a snowflake? Sucrose! Luke, of course.
どこか席を見つけて座ってくれ。
Oh my god.
私は向こうに行く。この後、何があってもどうか冷静でいてほしい。
Remain calm no matter what you hear. What am I about to hear? Okay, is this a new room? Or I didn't get too long of a look at it. Is this the church just with more chairs and whatnot? Also, oh my god, okay, what happened? Did he get... Was it one of the imposter albedos? We know there's at least one, maybe two out there. We did assume that they died after Shadows and Snowstorms, but could there be more? Are they back?
あまり心配しなくて大丈夫だ。必ず公正な裁判にしよう。
I do trust Mondstadt to have a fair trial. But like, what is going on?
人は揃ったようだな。では、早速始める。
There he is! Why is that such an ominous chair? Where are we? This isn't the church. I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is a new room. Oh, how cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. Seriously, why does that look like a snowflake though? That's freaking me out.
セピロス騎士団団長ファルカがモンドを離れているため、本裁判は代理で私、ジン・グンヒルドが執り行う。
That does explain why they needed so many captains though. Because they're trying another captain. Oh my god.
また、裁判員はセピロス教会の女性
Where did he come
ベ
from?
リア氏が担当する。我々二人がそれぞれ
I
セ
was
ピロス
Arya.
騎士団とセピロス教会を代表して公正な判決を下そう。
On one hand, I trust Jean pretty much absolutely to be fair and just. But on the other hand, how did we get to this point to begin with? Because I trusted the knights to have done a good and thorough investigation. And so if there was an imposter, or some sort of mistaken identity situation, how did we get to this point? Is Albedo willingly here? Like, is he trying to cover for someone else? Like, oh my god, what is going on?
見たことない人だな。
Talia!
セピロス教会ってことは、バーバラとロサリアの同僚か？
Would make sense. I love also how he popped out of nowhere. I did not see him in that initial wide shot.
本件の被告人、セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長、アルベド。
Hi! So happy to see you. How have you been? What brings you here? Albedo, what did you do?
この事件は一部機密性の高い事項が含まれる。なおかつ被害者がモンドのものであるかは確認が取れていない。そのため本裁判は非公開にて行うこととする。
Point of order. Why is Diluc here then? He's no longer part of the Knights. But okay, so this is making sense. Parts are classified. This is, oh my god, this is so fascinating. What happened? What did he allegedly do? The identities of the victims are still unknown? Strange. Okay. Don't tell me. Here's my immediate thought, because I've been thinking about those imposters? Well, that doesn't make any sense. Because I was going to think, oh, what if there was an imposter, and so Albedo, to put it bluntly, killed them, and somebody else, like, say, what is her name? Beatrice? Saw this and reported it, like, oh my god, Captain Albedo just killed somebody. And that could be how we got here. But then that doesn't line up, because, one, I assume they've done an investigation, and that would have given Albedo a chance to explain. And I would be inclined to think that they would believe him as to the reason behind his actions, because we saw in Shadows and Snowstorms, he defeated, shall we say, the Cryo Albedo in front of 2 knights, an honorary knight, and the adorable Bennett. So, like, this sort of situation has been known to the knights for literal years, that there have been at least, well, there has been at least one imposter. So if he were to say, hey, there was another one, they would have no reason not to believe him, especially if they did an investigation and found that there had been. So what's going on here? The identities of the victims are still unknown. So what was the crime exactly?
仮に犯行の事実が認められた場合、最終判決を下した後に公表するものとする。
And that will probably not look good for the knights.
続いては後方勤務隊長のヘルターによる冒頭陳述に移る。被告人アルベドの弁護人はガイア。これは法廷側の人選となる。
Oh my god, Guy is speaking as defense. Oh my god. Also, wow, that explains why Miss Hertha wasn't at her post earlier. When we ran by the side gate, she wasn't there.
準備は整ってるぜ。
始めましょう。
I adore Hertha, actually.
それではヘルター。
Please explain.
本裁判に先立ち、教会と騎士団は一連の調査を行っています。結果、アルベドさんが人を殺害し、その死体を遺棄した証拠をつかみました。
Oh, no way! But then my questions still stand. What were the results of the investigation? Maybe all the evidence sort of dissolved because... Well, who did he supposedly kill?
殺人事件?
Oh, thank God. I wasn't worried about it before, but now I'm very happy to see that star.
ある証言によると、11日前の深夜、
Witness.
被告人がモンド城の正門から南東に行ったところで、何か大きな物体を引きずっていた姿が目撃されています。その後の調査により、それが人の死体であることが判明しました。
Okay, that's a lot of assumptions being made, but they did investigate, so they confirmed this?
嘘だろ? そんなわけ?
Yeah, there's no way. Something's going on. Another imposter? I mean, could it be some sort of very unwise alchemical byproduct that he was trying to dispose of? Like, what?
証人ベアトリーチェさん、あなたが見たものを話してください。
Was Beatrice. This is riveting. Oh my god. Beatrice. So, is that what she was trying to tell Quinn earlier? Oh, but she couldn't. It was classified.
あの日の夜、私は用事で外に出ていて、帰りが遅くなったの。帰り道、月明かりで誰か。アルベドさんらしき人影が歩いていくのがうっすら見えたわ。その人は、不気味な大きな袋を引きずってた。
Okay, here's another point. Might have just not been him, but then the question returns to, is he deliberately covering for one of the other imposter albedos for some reason?
おかしいと思って、こっそり後をつけてみたの。そしたら急に金色に光り出して、袋を開けるのが見えたわ。そこには、死体が一つあって。
A golden light. Here's a wild idea. Maybe... So Albedo is an alchemically created being, right? Does he, like, have to renew his body every 100 years or so? And so he was disposing of his old form, kind of like a lizard would molt. Or a snake would molt? Who molts in this world? I don't know. Maybe he molted! Maybe that's what it was? Golden light really makes me think some sort of alchemy happened, though.
アルベドさんは元素を扱えるから、地面を掘るのも簡単なんだと思う。死体を埋めて、すぐに痕跡も消してた。
I'm surprised he would bury it so close to the city, particularly if this was an enemy.
しかも気のせいか
Molting idea, it's getting more
アルベドさんが
points.
その場を立ち去る直前一瞬こっちを見た気がしたの。
Ooh.
その時は自分も死ぬんじゃないかって怖くてけど幸い私のことには気づいてなかったみたい。
I do wonder though if it is all benign, if it was just, you know, alchemy things or him having to do what he needs to do to stay alive kind of things. During the investigation, why didn't he just tell the knights this? He's been not exactly forthcoming with his identity, but fairly open with it, at least when it came to us, people that he trusts. I feel like he would be willing to tell Jean at least what's going on with him.
被告人アルベド、11日前の夜、君はどこにいただろうか。
騎士団2階の自分の執務室で仕事をしていた。
ああ、10日前、被告人は騎士団に雪山地域の環境調査に関する最新の報告書を提出している。その文字数から見ても、前日までかなりの時間を費やしていたと見られるな。
I love this. I also love how the previous Dragonspine events add so much more mystery to this. If I had not seen those events, I wouldn't have even had the opportunity to have these wonders about imposters and whatnot.
被告人がその夜、執務室で書類を作成していたことを証明できる者はい
ないな。
Probably not. Yeah.
でしたら、報告書の文字数を被告人のアリバイとして使うことはできません。
雲行きが怪しいですね。
Dahlia. Oh, I'm so curious what he's going to do in this sort of situation. From his idol, I did his trial, saw his idol. He seems like a very mischievous type, but this is a very serious situation. So I wonder how he'll play this.
仮に被告人が犯行に及んだ後、殺害した相手を遺棄したのであれば、その現場には必ず死体があるはずだ。では、教会と騎士団の合同調査の結果は？死体は見つかったのか？
Yes, and what did it look like?
いいえ。
Not yet. Why not?
つまり、ベアトリーチェさんが行った場所を掘ったが、死体は見つからなかったと？こいつはおかしいな。
Somebody might bring up that he's not only a geovision wielder, but also an alchemist. He could have easily have sent the body dozens of meters below the earth, or have just broken it down instantly. Maybe that's what that golden light is, they'll say.
でも確かに見たの。本当よ。
Why don't you just ask Albedo? I wonder what he would say.
ヘルターさん、私が言ったのは全て事実なの。私が証言したら、モンドのみんなの安全を守れるって言ってたじゃない。じゃなきゃ、私、こんなところに立つ勇気なんてないのに。
I do feel like everything is completely... I think something's going on, but I also think Albedo is innocent. So, I love that this sort of situation is like, you know, Hertha doesn't seem malicious. She probably encouraged Beatrice to speak up because she follows the law and justice and order as a knight. And then Beatrice also feels guilty for speaking up, but she wanted to help protect her fellow citizens and whatnot. So, I don't know, I feel like when everything comes to light and the truth is revealed, there will be no hard feelings on anyone's side. I sure hope. I'm suddenly remembering, though, at the beginning of this, they said victims plural. Do they have more evidence?
ええ。合同調査チームも何も成果がなかったわけではありません。事件現場の近くの茂みに小さな布切れと男物の靴が片方だけ見つかりました。どちらも証拠品となります。
Those could have been there for months. You have no idea how those got there. That's complete conjecture.
もし犯罪が行われていなかったとしたら、どうして目撃現場の近くに偶然このような奇妙なものが落ちていたのでしょ
う。Yes, probably. I mean, if it's the side gates near the docks, there's a lot of traffic that goes through there. Someone could have lost a shoe and torn their pant leg.
そういえば、被害者の身元はまだ判明していないんだったな。
Yeah, did they do a census and nobody is missing? Or at least nobody that wasn't already missing?
それもおかしな点の一つです。
Aha!
今回の件に通報者はいませんが、ベアトリーチェさんは被告人に何の恨みも抱いておらず、偽証する必要性もありません。よって、 事件は実際に起きたと見るのが自然でしょう。
She could have just been mistaken though, but I feel like what's going to happen next is they're going to ask Albedo his version of events, and he'll say something like, I cannot say, and everyone will become immediately 100% more suspicious.
被告人
I love
これ
this
に
so
対し
much.
て何か言いたいことは？
This is wild.
ヘルターさん、君が信じるか否かに関わらず、僕は人を殺してない。
Really horrible thought. He could say, I did not kill a single person. I killed 5. No.
セピロス騎士団の調査小隊隊長として、僕の責務はモンドと住民の皆を守ること。もし僕が人を殺したのなら、その動機は？そして、死体は一体どこに？
Excellent point. Well said. I will say it was very reassuring to hear him say, I didn't kill anybody. I'm glad we just have that out there to clear the air. Thank you, Albedo.
確かに被告人の言う通り、動機は非常に重要です。しかし率直に言わせてもらいますと、世の中には計画的な犯行のみならず、予期せぬ衝突もあるもの。
Can we get a character witness in here, please? I'll do it. I'm here. Have you ever known Albedo to get angry? Or even frustrated? Ever?
私たちも布切れ1枚と靴1つだけでここに立ってあなたの罪を問うなんてことはしません。続いてアルベドさんの犯した2つ目の事件についてお話ししましょう。
There is a second charge.
一つだけじゃなかったのか？
Is it another count of murder?
ああ、説明を頼む。
7日前の未明、ドラゴンスパインと暁ワイナリーの中間地点で被告人が成人男性の死体を処理しているところを目撃した人がいました。
A different witness? Who? Oh my god, was it Diluc? Is that why he's here? No way. Is it really? But also, Albedo, what are you doing? All over the place disposing of bodies. What is going on? Are you up to something? Or is this an imposter?
では、2人目の証人をお呼びします。
I'm just dying to know. I'm so invested. Oh.
なんで？
ディルック・ラグビンドさん。
Yep, it was Diluc. I'm so surprised, honestly, that Diluc would step forward as a witness for all his judgments of the knights. Unless this whole ordeal was arranged? Is this some sort of scene or plot that they're trying to get done? Huh.
お前が見たものを話してくれ。
What is this situation, man?
深夜3時40分頃、アルベドが崖の下で死体を処理しているのを見た。空は暗かったが、岩元素の力で辺りを照らしていた。
First question, what were you doing at 3:40 in the morning, walking around? How mysterious of you, Diluc. Also, is that a pocket watch? What's the design on it? Interesting. Also, interesting that both of them basically used Geo sort of to, in a way, verify his identity. That does actually help us players, because we know that previous Albedos have not been Geo, or have not always been Geo. That does make it seem more likely that it was actually him. But also, this could have not been Geo. This could have been another example of that golden light that Beatrice described.
僕が見た様子から考えるに、被害者は成人男性。身長は高く、痩せ型。年齢は判断できない。アルベドはその人物を崖の下に埋めた後、土を鳴らしてその痕跡を消した。
You know what's very strange about this is the whole imposter issue. I don't know if it's like been continuous or if it was only a couple years ago during Shadows and Snowstorms or if it spiked at that time. But if he dealt with imposters way back when, and he never had any problems, shall we say, getting rid of the evidence. So why is he being so obvious about it now, or so careless about it now? It almost feels like he's deliberately trying to be seen.
2人は口裏を合わせることなく見たままを証言しています。しかし被告人の死体隠蔽方法が完全に一致しているのがお分かりでしょう。まさかこれもただの偶然で片付けるわけじゃありませんよね。
Either he's trying to be seen, or it is an imposter deliberately trying to get him framed. In which case, why doesn't he mention that? This is a classified meeting, so if he reported the previous imposters, he could bring them up now.
なんで深夜にドラゴンスパインと暁ワイナリーの間にいたんだそんな時間帯に散歩する人なんて普通はいないと思うが
It is actually very interesting that Dilu came forward as a witness, because in a way this might jeopardize his identity as the Dark Knight hero, something he very much does not want to do, and he still came forward. He'll probably make up an excuse, but still. So he probably fully believes what he saw and wanted to report it? Or he's in on this? What is going on?
ちょっと外を歩くのに時間を選ぶ必要はないだろう。そもそも暁ワイナリーに住んでいるんだ。その辺りを散歩しててもおかしくはない。
At 3:40 in the morning.
そうでなければこの事件も目撃できなかった。
モンドでも名高いディルックの旦那のことだ。確かにアルベドを陥れる理由はない。だが、それでも避けて通れない問題があるだろう。死体はどこにあるんだ？
This is so surreal. This sort of thing is happening in Mondstadt? Oh my god. Everyone's being so serious. I love it.
証拠が足りないと言いたいのかもしれませんが、残念でしたね。今回は被告人が離れた後に証人が現場を掘り起こしてこんなものを見つけています。
Oh my god, she's holding a box! That's incredible!
それは
It's a box!
おそらく人間の歯と大腿骨だ。どうして死体を埋めてすぐ掘り返したというのにこれしか見つからなかったのかを聞きたいだろうが、それはアルベトにしかわからないだろ
う。やれやれ、何か含みのある言い方だな、ディルックの旦那。
歯と骨、それは死体がすでに腐敗し骨しか残っていなかったことを意味します。被告人が優秀な錬金術師であることを考えると何らかの錬金術を使ったのではないでしょうか。金色の元素の光はおそらく錬金術によるものでしょう。
Exactly.
その光で被告人は死体を処理しましたが、同時に闇の中で目撃者が真実を見届けるための明かりとなった。
It's a compelling idea because it simultaneously suggests proof of his identity and a means in which he achieved what he did, allegedly.
なるほど。錬金術師である僕なら犯人像に当てはまると。
I wonder if he can make an argument for something like alchemy is my life's work, it is my art, it is my craft. I would never use it for such a purpose. I don't think that would really hold up in court, but it would stand to his character, perhaps.
確かに筋は通っているな。だがこちらにも証人はいる。事件の前日、アルベドはその学生のスクロースと図書館で長時間の議論を行っていた。その時間は午後から翌日の昼までだ。
An alibi, excellent. I wonder if anybody will try to disregard it, though, by saying, Sucrose is his subordinate, right? So she might be covering for him? But I don't know, they have no evidence of that. Oh, this is amazing.
なぜそんなに長時間の議論を？
I love alchemy.
その日はスクロースの課題の提出日だったんだ。スクロースは細かいデータとにらめっこしていて、翌日まで研究を続けていた。その場にはアルベドもいた。
本当だよ。私ずっと図書館にいたからアルベド先生のアリバイを証言できる。
スクロースさんが図書館にいた間、アルベドさんもずっと一緒にいたのでしょうか。
Oh, I hope he was. If there's like a small window.
それに私はアルベド先生が殺人をするような人じゃないって信じてる。先生はそんな残忍な人じゃない。
Okay, so I'm very much swinging in the direction of it was another imposter, potentially deliberately trying to frame him. Fascinating. Ooh, and that's why, alchemy, trying to, what is the phrase? not impersonate, but trying to replicate the feeling of his geovision to convince others that it really was him, but simply through the use of alchemy, which is also a very albedo thing to use.
でも証人だって理由もなく彼の犯行を証言しないでしょう。そもそもスクロースさん、前日の午後から事件があった翌日の昼までずっと起きていたのでしょうか。まさか寝てないとでも？
I want to get mad at Hertha, but I also can't get mad at Hertha. She is doing a good job trying to protect people because she believes that there is a murderer in their midst. But like, oh, Hertha. Come on.
ぜひとも正直にお答えいただきたいですね。これはモンドに住む多くの人々の安全に関わる問題。犯罪者を野放しにすれば、モンドの全住民に対する責任を放棄したも同然となります。
It does feel like also though that she's assuming guilt. I feel like she's deliberately putting pressure on Sucrose in order to, you know, get the information that she needs. So I hope that this is an affected sort of persona that she's putting on here. Don't go assuming guilt. Think about this logically, and the pieces will all fall together to be guilty or not.
私は。
ああ、大丈夫だ。僕が言うよ。その議論の後半、0時過ぎになると、確かにスクロースは寝てしまった。
Why? Albedo, you're too good for this world! I mean, if I ever had any doubts as to his innocence, they are completely gone now. Buddy. That is to say, I am fully certain that he's innocent. Because he's too honest for his own good!
何かを証明するために、あえて嘘をつく必要はない。ここは裁判という神聖な場だ。
Oh, I'm
発言
fascinated.
は誠実であるべきだよ。
アルベド先生。
それなら被告人のアリバイは成立しないことになる。その点は君も分かっているな。
Question though, how long was she asleep for? I guess maybe a long time. Because to get from Mondstadt, Bavonia's headquarters, to Dawn Winery and back, that would take quite a while. Like at least an hour or two?
あ、それと、ただ言葉で容疑を否認し続けても、信用が得られないことも分かっている。
What would they do if they found him guilty though? Just put him in prison? I kind of get the feeling he wouldn't really care. But also it's not just.
そこで、こちらからも質問させてほしい。まだそちら側にも解決できていない問題があったはずだ。僕の動機は何だろうか。一体どうやって骨と歯しか残らないようにしたんだい？
Yeah, you can't just say, it was alchemy. Especially to a professional alchemist. It's unfortunate though, because he has his own... He is the guilty party, so he can't just say alchemy doesn't work like that. He needs an outside alchemist to vouch for that. I guess Sucrose?
決定的な物証はないけど、二人の目撃者の証言も偶然では片付けられない。謎は深まるばかりですね。
It's fascinating.
少々お待ちを。こちら調査チームによって押収したアルベドさんの書簡記録です。この中から重要な部分を読み上げます。
Oh my god. Ooh.
あれは
Do you not recognize it? You didn't write that, did you?
あの手紙、本当にアルベド先生が書いたものみたい。嫌な予感がする。
Interesting. That's the envelopes he used? Fascinating.
人体研究という課題を諦めたことは一度もない。というより、ドラゴンスパインの奥に踏み入ったことで、生命という言葉の解釈はさらに進み、今やそれは誕生に変わった。
I mean, if anything, that would make me suspect that he was trying to make human life and then it was failing. So he never killed anybody in so much as he never succeeded in bringing them to life.
人の誕生の秘密は往々にして死と結びついている。そして死は神聖に最も適した素材だろう。そのためには腐敗と精錬を行う必要がある。
That logic is so flimsy. This is so obviously contrived. He's been framed!
腐敗
精錬。その手紙に書いてあるのは錬金術についてでしょうか？
It is, but no alchemist would make such a leap of logic as to say, birth is often linked to death. As such, it's the most suitable material? No. There's no.
手紙の最後にはこんな言葉もあります。検証開始。ドラゴンスパインの北西、モンド城正門の南東、いずれのエリアも実験完了。集まったデータは予想値の範囲内。
He's been framed.
君が試みたように、僕も想像の道を貫き、枷を破り、生物の新たな領域へと踏み出そう。
Oh, well, that sort of statement makes it sound like he's writing to Rhindaughter. But still... Is that... Do you know his origins, Jean?
その手紙の筆跡が被告人アルベドのもので間違いないことは調査チームも確認済みだろう。
はい。手紙に書かれた場所も犯行現場と完全に一致しています。これが彼の直筆であることこそ最も有力な証拠となるでしょう。
This is so sloppy, though. If you were carrying out such experiments, you would not want to be caught. You would not put the exact location of your crimes in writing. No.
そんなありえないぞ。どうしてこんなことに。
Me neither.
私はもともと十分な証拠がない限り誰かを有罪とすべきではないと思ってたんですけどね。それこそが原則に基づいた人道的なやり方なので。
I do really appreciate that both Jean and Dahlia are very much sticking to, I suppose you could say, the rules. You know, even if everything looks conclusive, they're not saying that it is conclusive until it actually is. Thank you. I appreciate that.
ですが、残る調査項目は被害者の具体的な身元と錬金術の詳細しかなさそうです。
Oh, you're using the letter to say that is sufficient cause for motive? Huh. What's that? What's that? What are you thinking?
ああ、私も同意見だ。確かな証拠が揃ったため、本件は立証された。モンドの法律にのっとり、被告人アルベドを殺人および死体遺棄で有罪とする。
Jean, what did I just say? No. Perfect time with the music, though. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Gee, it's almost like he didn't. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. I feel like everyone knows that something is wrong, but they can't figure out what. Oh, then again, there's also that gloomy feeling looming over everybody. Probably some people in this room are affected. I so wonder why Albedo didn't speak up more in his own defense, though. I kind of feel like his angle is maybe letting things play out to see who is really behind this and why. He's the type of guy to lie in wait, I feel like. Goodbye! As you watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover. You really think his identity, like the true nature of his existence, is about to come out? I so hope they'll let us speak with him, because I feel like, if anyone, he might tell us what's really going on, or at least what he knows about what's really going on, because we already know the secret. Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? But what? Following in Rhindaughter's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. Right? It's too sloppy to be Albedo. It's not his work.
最悪の状況のようね。
Indeed.
ロサリア、お前もここにいたのか。
She was here the whole time. She was sitting behind us.
改定した時からずっといたわ。君たちへの伝言も頼まれていたからちょうどいい。
For us?
そう。星拾いの崖に行って。その人はそこで待ってる。
Oh, fascinating.
その人って
Albedo?
着いたらわかる。さあ、早く行きなさい。時間は待ってくれないわよ。
I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh, the current story seems to be related to your past adventures. Would you like to quickly go over and review those experiences? That's really cool. I'm guessing it's, what is it called? Like the past story quest and maybe even the past event they'll review for? I actually want to see this. I feel like I remember them pretty well because Albedo. But I just want to see what they'll do. That looks so cool! Shadows Amidst Snowstorms review. You and Paimon went to Dragonspine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to discover a series of strange events. Strange, soft noises echoing through the mountains that could not be traced, the ransacking and theft of alchemical notes at the campsite. True! Albedo disappearing after a chat outside a cave, but having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere on the mountain, attempting to lead a child away, as he attacked Eula upon being discovered. You were able to confirm the presence of a mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant wallflower posing as him. Yet, there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. Yeah, because there was another one up on the hill at the end, and he had his, like, really cool little monologue, and then he walked off, sword in hand. So, it seems like, again, I don't know if this issue keeps happening or kept happening, but I don't see any reason for it to stop. If anything, I do see reason for these imposter Albedos to improve their strategy if they're trying to replace Albedo, or at least to eliminate him. Here's a question, though. So, people were very earnestly recommending that I play this quest before 6.2, because I believe what's going to happen is a character is going to come out that will be the direct result of this quest or something. And I wonder who that might be. Do you think they're going to give us another... Oh my... Wait. Are they going to... No. Are they going to give us... No. That would be... Okay, I don't... Okay. Logically speaking, there was already a playable Albedo in the game. I don't think they'll give us another Albedo. That would be kind of... mechanics-wise, not a good idea. I still like the idea. I think that'd be really cool if we could get, like, Imposter Albedo as a character. But I don't think they're going to do that. Which means there's another twist on the way. That was the whole thing. Well, if players did not play that event and did not watch that event, they sure might be wondering about those imposters right now. Gee, I wonder why they brought up that topic. Oh, we're going... Wow! Wow! Look at how far away it is! I love how you can see it from here, though. Boop! Let's teleport. Well... Okay, good, I can. Let's check for a body. Yikes. I'm just gonna go to the side gate. Oh man, I almost feel like I should be Animo. Actually might be fun. But if I was, I could get those dandelions. Oh, Mondstadt music. Boop. And... Boop. Okay. So here's the side gate. I want these. I don't need them though, so it's fine. A little ways away, she was presumably in the gate but could see him. No knights over here. It'd be so cool if they stationed a knight over here that we could talk to. Oh, hello? Hello? Arthur? How have I never seen you before? Are you... Is this Excalibur, then? What are you doing coming over here? I don't need your help. About Storm Terror? What a shame. I thought that this was my big chance, but it was all over before I could even pull the sword out. If only I had, then I would have been able to defeat Storm Terror. I mean, it's a sword of legend, and so I must be... What, me? Scared? I was never scared. I just hadn't pulled the sword out yet. Oh my god. Storm Terror line. What is it that you're doing? I'm trying to pull this sword out. Don't you get any ideas? I found it first. If only I could pull it out then. Okay, so I don't know what would actually happen, but it'd definitely be something big. Look at the rust, the angle of entry into the ground. It's perfect. It's got to be a lost sword from some legend or another, I'm sure of it. Armed with this sword, I'd probably be allowed to go on adventures with... and I could join the Adventurers Guild. Oh, buddy. We're a little young. Considering... Oh, what was the name of that kid from Venti's story quest? Considering that he doesn't even really go on full adventures yet, I don't think you'll be ready to go just yet, buddy. Huh. Nothing to do with... Oh, Guy, I remember you. You gave me a bunch of commissions. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anybody here. How sad. Since we're here, I want to go check in with the fishing... You're the guy who tried to build the boat, right? Yeah, you are. You know, your name matches another NPC's name. It's an NPC that I've never spoken to. That's why I remember her. Wow, yeah. There's really no weapons here. That's wild. What does this do? It only works in Mondstadt. I don't need it. Thank you, though. Okay. Dawn Winery, really quick. Let's go here. There was nobody by the side gate, so there's likely to be nobody here. Hey, buddy, have you seen any Knights of Favenius around? Oh, Dragonspine music. I love it so much. So, sort of... Yeah, I don't see any knights or anything. Don't run any... is that way. There it is. You can see it right there. Yeah. Man, it would be so... What? Have I fought those guys before? Probably. Wow, look at those clouds. Huh. I so rarely come to this part of the map. It is so unfamiliar to me, actually. Wow. Anyway. Ah! Yeah, I don't think we'll find anything. Just wanted to check. I will steal these eggs, though. Thank you. Alright. Let's go to Star Snatch. Best way to get there, I like to go here and then climb up. Give that a whirl. Midsummer Courtyard. Is this the one that I still haven't... Oh, okay. One of these ones I still haven't finished all the trials on. This one. Nah. I should do those. I need them more. Lynn, I'm a little busy. Oh, God. There we go. Oh yeah, different voice lines, how cool. Hopefully I don't fall and die. Oh, that wobber flower. I remember, ooh, that's crystal. It's good to, was that? I thought I saw breakable rocks, but actually they were just normal rocks. Good to know. Way, way back in my early days, there was a thing of breakable rocks that I flew right over and did not notice. And to this day, I don't know if I ever went back and found that pile of breakable rocks. It could still be out there somewhere in Mondstadt. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye out in general whenever I'm back here. Have I ever found it again? Not to my knowledge, but it's quite likely also that I just stumbled across it naturally and got it. That campfire is not normally there. I see some sort of wispiness. Maybe it's a cloud. Anyways, who do you think we're going to meet? I don't think it's going to be Albedo. I think maybe Kaya? Kaya and Rosaria are on good terms. Could be. Anti-Death? That's new. Oh my god, did they give me a flying path all the way from the cathedral and I did not notice it? No, wait, that would have been so much fun! Or are we about to go flying somewhere? If we're about to go flying somewhere, you'd think that they would load them in later. I'm just so curious. What? What? Okay. Well, we're already here, so we won't be taking the path from the cathedral, if they did indeed give us one. I hope they let us take that path to leave. Wait, you can see the person. Who is it? Is that Venti? Oh, my boy! Oh my god. Are things so serious that Venti's getting involved? This might be the ultimate Mondstadt quest of all time. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Hey, Venti. No way.
風が君たちの訪れを知らせてくれたよ。旅人にパイモン、僕に会いに来たのかな?
Ooh, he actually seems a little sad. You haven't been affected by the sadness aura, have you?
金融野郎！オイラたちを呼んだのはお前だったのか?
Or he might just be worried about, you know, the happenings.
いや、私ですよ。
Dahlia! Oh, hi!
うわ、なんでこいつがここに？お前たち知り合いなのか？名前は。
I love how we forgot his name. That's very... I would forget his name, but I remember it! It's Dahlia!
もう忘れちゃったんですか？私はダリア。セピロス教会の女祭で、風神バルバトスの伝道師です。ちゃんと覚えてくださいね。
Herald, you say. Also, unmemorable, I think it was just that the situation that we were in was very memorable. So you were just a little overshadowed. Apologies. But also, if he's the Herald of the Annual Archon, that's hilarious. You're doing a great job, Dahlia. So you called us here so that we can meet with Venti.
そうですよ。裁判中、伝説の栄誉騎士を見て、君がいろいろと考えてることに気づいたので、だから一緒にお話ししましょう。
Does he know who Venti is, do you think?
なんといっても、私はバルバトス様の伝道師ですから。こういう民の生活に悪影響を及ぼすような事件は、風神様の代わりに注意を払っておかないと。
Oh my god, he knows! He seriously knows. Did you tell him? Wait, oh my god. This could be a really fun team, actually.
待った。お前、知ってるのか?
That's kind of cool. I'm glad that Venti has somebody on his side who will work with him. I mean, you know, besides Jean and Diluc who also know. I love that there's more. Oh my god, this is so cool.
何のことでしょう。酒場の良き友であり、街角に吹く自由な風でもある。そんな親愛なるウェンティがバルバトス様だってことでしょうか。
Oh wait. I love that he calls him a friend. Oh, actually, this seems like a great dynamic.
大丈夫。
I'm glad.
ダリアとはそれなりの仲なんだ。だから隠してないよ。
I could see it maybe being sort of a historical tradition where... well, Venti just sort of woke up again, didn't he? But it would make sense to me if Barbados did decide to get in contact with the Herald of each generation, just that there was somebody who was aware of his identity in case it was needed. Then again, Venti was asleep for a long time, so maybe that didn't happen so much. But I'm really glad that it seems like he reached out to Dahlia, and at first I was a little bit thinking it was sort of a business-like relationship, like Dahlia in his professional capacity as part of the Church of the Animo Archon, and also specifically the Herald. Yes. It's sort of his job to listen to the Animo Archon, it would seem like. But it seems like they're actually friends. I love that. I think that Venti would prefer that much more because we know that he's not the type to, you know, rule or exercise his authority. So I'm glad that their relationship is less, I listen to you because I worship you as a god, and more like, hey, my friend needs my help. It seems like they're establishing here. I really like that.
バルバトスが正式な場で意見するには、誰かに代弁してもらわなきゃでしょ。こちらのベテラン伝道師さんならぴったりだよね。
That's kind of perfect too, because then Venti doesn't have to reveal his identity. Oh man, I love
友
this.
達になったばかりの頃は、こんなことになるなんて思いもしなかったけど。まあいい。本題に戻りましょう。アルベドの過去については、君も知ってるようですね。
Oh, so you do too, huh? I'm guessing because Venti knew and Venti told him. Side note, I really like wow. I really like Dahlia's design. For some reason, his coloration is really cool. And those like little bat wings he's got going on. That's neat. Doesn't Rosaria have something similar too? Anyways, if you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
その言い方だと、お前たちも知ってるみたいだな。 さすが風神と言うべきか。
The wind told him, probably.
僕はレインドットとアリスさんがアルベドをモンドに送った時からそのことを知ってたよ。そんな人物が訪れるとなれば、モンドの関係者たちは気を緩められないでしょ。
Remembering what Alice gets up to alone, having Granddaughter and Alice in the city at the same time. Oh boy, all hands on deck, no. But I suppose that makes sense, yeah. He can honestly probably just feel it. I don't know what sort of aura Albedo gives off, but it's probably noticeable to somebody who is a god, or just has experience with different types of existences.
白亜の申し子、完璧なホムンクルス。今回の事件に登場する数々の謎が、どれもアルベドを指し示している。アルベドの正体は急所になるだろうね。
Yeah, right, it is a concern. And it feels like also, okay, just based off this wording, I get the feeling that the verdict we heard earlier isn't final. It's more like cause for him to be detained. Because both Dahlia and Jean were saying, hey, we need more evidence. And then Jean said, okay, so you're guilty. That didn't really make a lot of sense to me. It makes more sense if what he's saying here, at this stage in the case, that he's just been arrested while the investigation continues. I'm hoping, at least.
ホムンクルスが暴走して理性を失い、他者を傷つける狂気的な行動に走る。そういう展開の小説もあるし、そう考える人が出てきても不思議じゃないでしょう。
This is such a cool view. You've got Fontaine and Old Mondstadt back there. Speaking of Mondstadt, though, it is particularly concerning because of their whole history with Durin, who is also created by Rheindotter. I don't know how many people in Mondstadt know that Durin was created by Rheindotter, but considering that we learned that information from a book, that information exists out there in books, and so people could have learned. So this sort of old history thing, I get the feeling that some people would be aware of it and some people wouldn't, because it just seems irrelevant to them in the modern day. But if they have that sort of, you know, tale in their literal history, if it were to be revealed that Albedo was not only a created being, but potentially also were to be revealed that he was a creation by the same person, I think that would sway their opinions of him, even without further evidence. They would just be scared.
そういえば、昔アルベドが言ってたな。人間は超越と奇跡を渇望するだけでなく、平凡への追求も必要だって。
Yeah, even for those who weren't scared of him, they would definitely feel that he was different from them, and they would feel harder. They would feel that it was harder to connect with him, which is what we're trying to avoid. That boy needs more friends.
自分と違うものは皆異類。
Exactly.
非常に普遍的な反応ですね。
Yeah, the othering.
君の友達を助けてあげないとね。
What do you know about the situation, Venti?
僕かい？アルベドがホムンクルスであることも、最近モンド上では奇妙な出来事がたくさん起きていることも知っているよ。それからウィンドブルーム祭が友人と共にお酒や歌を楽しめる素敵なお祭りだってこともね。
街で起きてることも知ってるのか。実はオイラたちもモンドに戻ってすぐ遭遇したんだ。
Yeah, have you felt anything about these bad vibes? You share your observations with Venti and Dahlia.
それについては私も一部気づいていました。マイルズはずっと元気がないし、ベアトリーチェも落ち着かない様子で、ドンナがリリュックさんにもう興味を示さなくなったのは気づかなかったけど。
I just confirmed that the Skyfrost nail is back. I'm glad. It's funny because it kind of feels like we're just gossiping with these guys, but it might be relevant to the murder case at hand.
賛美される愛は消え、渓谷に残るは災いのみ。核も過酷な運命を誰が受け入れられよう。救いの勇士はまだ現れないのか。
Very nice. Is that a quote from something specific?
お？どういう意味だ？
君たちの疑問に答えているんだよ。バルバトスに言わせれば、今回の物語は訪れるべくして訪れた試練なんだ。いつかは誰かが壁を乗り越える方法を見つけなきゃならない。運命の前では七失星でさえ神戸を垂れることになる。
The way my smile just dropped. What do you mean fate, Venti?
はあ、でも一体 誰があの親愛なる友人を助けられるんだろうか。万が一アルベドに何かあって不慮の事態に見舞われてしまえば、モンドも大変なことになってしまう。
The way my smile just dropped again. Is he on path to meet a terrible fate, Venti?
結局のところ、オイラたちに手伝ってほしくて呼んだんだろ。
Though I do wonder, maybe there's rules surrounding fate, and him even asking us to intervene as someone who might have a little bit more flexibility in regards to fate, maybe that would be seen as too much interference from him, so he couldn't ask us. Interesting idea.
アルベドが犯人かどうかは関係なしに、モンドを守るのが栄誉騎士の使命でしょ。
Of course.
でも君を一人で働かせるつもりはないよ。ちょっとした贈り物を用意したんだ。それがこれさ。
I'm so curious. What is it? Oh! That's one of Glee's bombs? Or...
安心して。信管は抜いてあるから爆発しないよ。ドド通話機からごきげんよう。
Oh! It's just like in, one of the summer events. The second one?
それ、今は銀曜野郎が使ってたのか？
That is so cool. He kept it all this time?
彼女とは長い付き合いだし、
I
ちょっ
see.
と借りるくらいなら大丈夫さ。
Borrowed it. Wow. No way. That is so cool. They're bringing this back from that summer event way back when? This is really nice because I didn't get to experience that event. So it's the idea that I get to experience little bits of it is really nice. Oh my god.
この発明品と僕のちょっとした細工でお互いに連絡を取り合えるようにした。必要な時はそれを使って僕を呼んで。
We'll do our best to uncover the truth. Also, what little trick, Venti? What did you do?
ありがとう。この先何があろうと、風は君と共にあるよ。
Wow. The fact that Venti himself is asking us to get involved? No way. Oh my god. The stakes of this quest just skyrocketed. It feels like, at least. Oh, they're still there. Hi.
私たちもう長い付き合いですよね。
優しくずっと吹き続ける風みたいにね。
Nice.
けど、未だにバルバトス様の真剣な表情は見たことがない。果たして今回は拝めるんでしょうか。
Not going to lie, it kind of makes me a little nervous. It feels like things are very serious.
まるでバルバトスが真剣にさえなれば何でもできるかのような言い方だね。
違うんですか？町の噂話とかじゃなく、私はずっとそう信じてるんですよ。
本当に？僕も気になるな。教会でバルバトス様にお祈りして返事を聞いてみたらどうだい？
ええ、そうしましょうか。じゃあ、こうお伝えしますね。先月、君に3回もお酒をおごって、その3回とも馬鹿げた話を聞かされた。全く役に立たなかったとは言えないけど、どこが役に立つのかと聞かれたら。
ああ、バルバトスのことはいいから、またおごってよ。ね。
もちろん。ウェンティは私の親友ですから。
Wow. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts on these two. First of all, it seems like this is a friendship that's really good for Venti. Especially because it seems like Dahlia's really interesting way of both, like, supporting him and technically worshipping him, but like in a very supportful way? Is that a word? Anyways, it seems like a really cool dynamic. And I love how mischievous both of them are. Because I feel like if you had that conversation in the middle of Mondstadt with Venti referring to himself in third person and Dahlia like hinting every other line who Venti really is, if I was some random person listening to this, I would be so confused. I would not walk away with the knowledge of Barbados' true identity. But I would know they were messing with me somehow. I don't know, this is hilarious. Wow. Let's pick some flowers for Venti. You know, it'd be really cool if Dahlia also used Cecilia's. I don't know if he does though, because he's new. Anyways, that was really cool. Wow, okay. Yeah, the stakes do feel a little heightened, in a good way. like Dahlia was saying, seeing Venti be serious is like a wake-up call. I need to lock in, as they say. Over there. Where's over there? Headquarters? Very close to the theater, which is rather Hexenzirkel. Keep looking for chests, but there's no way that there's any in the city, right? There's no way. That being said, look at this. Where's Storm Terror's lair? Here it is, right? Storm Terror's lair. 100%. I did find no less than 5 chests in there the other day. Oh, whoa. Oh, interesting. So you can stop and disengage if you want to. I'm loving this so far, if you haven't noticed. This is amazing.
君たちが驚くのもわかるが、確かな証拠が揃っている。アルベドはかなり不利な状況だ。
しかし、アルベドがそんなことするとは思えません。生きてる人間を錬金術の材料にするだなんて、小説の中にしかない話でしょう。彼がやるとは到底。
On one hand, yes. On the other hand, you do live in a fantasy world.
私の立場上、どちらの肩も持つべきではないのは分かっているわ。でも、アルベドとは一緒に仕事をしたことがある。彼は錬金術師であって、強靭には見えない。だから。
Okay. I'm so pleased that everyone likes him, because I feel like that it just makes me feel a little bit more relaxed, you know? But it's interesting. I wonder how much Eula remembers of Shadows Amidst Snowstorms, because she was one of the people there who saw the imposters. Curious that she's not bringing that up as an idea, except maybe she thinks that itself is also too fantastical. That something like that would happen again, that is.
私こそ誰よりもこの結果を信じがたい。だが、アルベドのことをファルカ大団長は特別だと言っていた。おそらくまだ私たちの知らないことがあるのだろう。
Oh, interesting. Do you think Varka also knows about Albedo? Oh, maybe, Oh, is it something like they got permission for him to live in Mondstadt? Maybe they told him the truth when they were getting that permission?
まずはアルベドに話を聞いてみよう。みなすまないが、しばらく下がってもらえるか。この後、話したい人がいる。
Okay, now they're going to question him. I guess the original trial was just to see if there was enough, reasonable doubt to charge him with anything. Hello!
旅人、パイモン。ちょうどいいところに来てくれた。ガイアが君たちを探していたんだ。
Really?
裁判が終わった後にジンが言ってただろう。判決に異議がある場合、一定期間内であれば申し立てができるって。だから俺は弁護人として異議を申し立てるべきだとアルベドを説得しに行く。
Suddenly concerned that he won't accept, but why wouldn't he? Unless he was trying to cover for someone else, or if he really just thinks that he deserves this fate for being different. No, Albedo!
あいつの様子が少し妙なんだ。あの表情がどういう意味なのか俺にはわからなかったが、いずれにせよお前にも調査を進めてもらえればと思ってな。
Investigate the case? I suppose the captain of investigations is a little busy right now.
そうだ。今はお前たちにも動いてもらう必要がある。
Do you want us to join the joint investigation? Are you sure? We're just adventurers after all. Come on, after all we've been through, we did some time, pun not intended, in the Nation of Justice itself. We tried an Archon. We have a little bit of experience here. Do you want us to join the joint investigation?
いや、お前は自由に動いてもらって構わない。
Oh, cool.
俺は俺でやるべきことを続ける。もしあいつを助けられる証拠を見つけたら俺に渡してくれ。
Yeah, cool. An outside third unbiased investigation.
今はウィンドブルーム祭だから君に依頼するのははばかられるが、しかしアルベドは私たちと一緒に戦った仲間だ。誰も彼を見捨てたくない。
Understood. I'll look into the case on my own.
私たちは皆 君のことを信頼しているし、真相も見つけ出してくれると信じている。モンドにとって君はそんな存在だ。
We'll do our best. Also, I noticed the background keeps glitching a little bit. I wonder if that's just because this is a more modern quest for some reason. Or does that have something to do with the case? Just because I have no idea what that ill-full miasma is, what that's going on with, so it'd be cool if it tied in, but it could also just be my computer.
でも、もしあの裁判で言われてたことが全部
And they will be true.
もし本当だったとしても、君の判断は大切なものだ。おそらく第2審が行われるだろう。それまで騎士団2階のアルベドの執務室を君に開放しよう。頼んだ。
I sure hope they withhold the details of the case until the retrial, though. I'm worried that they're going to publicize them, like they said they would. It just seems like things are still in progress. Please hold them for a little bit longer.
よろしく頼む。
We'll do our best. Because I do think that if the details get out... Did they say on the second floor? No way! Higher! Oh! Oh my god. What am I, a seagull? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Knights of Favonius expansion. Can I go over here? No way. This is so cool. I sure hope this building stays like this even after the case. Riot, I want to go to that door over there. Will you let me? Running, darn it.
ガイア隊長、どうされましたか？
この2人はジンの依頼を受けてアルベドの執務室を調査することになった。
This is correct.
そうですか。ジン団長が許可したのならどうぞ。
Thank you very much. A little concerning that I didn't have to show you like written proof of that or anything, but I appreciate the trust.
ここがアルベドの執務室か。初めて見たな。
Wow.
確かにあいつらしい部屋だ。
Seems fitting, right? Alright, we've got a bunch of potions, scales, that same like glowing tube that we saw in his Dragonspine workshop. Chair, more materials, plants on the material shelf, which is interesting. Armillary sphere, one of those things. That's cool. Interesting, also.
2人とも頼んだぞ。俺は他の用事があるからこれで失礼する。
Good luck with Albedo.
お互い頑張ろうな。
Oh, this is so cool! Hello. Yeah, armillary spheres. Oh, I'm standing on it. Interesting in regards to what it suggests about Tevat's celestial system, but I don't think particularly relevant to the case at hand. Pictures of Dragonspine, I believe, makes sense. Books. Picture of a flower. Oh, what is that thing? Is that a, that thing. I know what the name of that thing is. It's just, it's eluding me at the moment. Okay, looking at all the non-obvious stuff to begin with. Teapot. You suppose that is a genuine in-use teapot, or is that supposed to suggest his connection to the Hexen Circle? That'd be kind of cool. Pen's up there, I think. Okay. Alright, let's investigate. A minigame. Book! There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Look at the circles. Red, gold, green are the colors in question, or I should say orange. Gold is rather significant in alchemy. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear. Okay, there's the triangles we're seeing here.
錬金術師の本ってどれも奥が深そうだな。
Oh, sorry, Paimon. Again, with the language being different from English, I don't always know when the lines end. Lockbox. Oh, with the letter, and it's the same envelope as we saw earlier, too. A lockbox sits on the desk. The latch bears signs of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time. But now the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. Sorry, Albedo, I think we're about to go through your personal letters. Perhaps the letter intercepted by the investigators was once stored here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold much weight as conclusive evidence, but you still get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arcane formation required for human transmutation." Buddy. The formations in these records likely originate from the Conrian arts of Chemia. I'm guessing it's Chemia because it reminds me of chemistry. Chemia? Could be Chemia or Chemia. But chemistry, Chemia, possibly. That's cool. Is that different from alchemy? Conrian alchemy? Or sort of like a complementary science or art? Interesting. But relevant... Wait, let's see. Formations and... Okay. Relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter. But that does not mean I support your pursuit of this research. Ethics aside, I'm not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. Okay, cool. So if this is his handwriting, then he was actually coaching somebody away from doing human transmutation. And I think the statement at the end, create a human whose existence is identical to our own, you know, an investigator reading this might think he's saying it's not possible to create a human who is artificial, but identical to a real human. I think, ironically, Albedo is saying that exact thing, just the opposite direction. It's not possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own, i.e. artificial. Interesting. The idea that the dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge you to proceed with caution. Oh no, wait. If he's coaching someone, and not just someone, but someone who was artificially created, like Albedo was, on alchemy, and particularly the alchemy of human transmutation, except coaching them away from it, technically, that would give him a reason, potentially, to cover for them. No way, wait, did he take one of the imposter Albedos on as a student? Oh my god. And that Albedo was doing these experiments and then got caught and... No, then he might willingly take the fall for them. Buddy, don't do it. Oh my god, wait. That would give him a motive to want to protect this person, basically, if he was willingly in contact with them and teaching them. The signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on an alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. Never mind! Let's completely flip this around! This person was writing to Albedo, potentially. Well, good, I guess. That means he's less likely to take the fall for whoever did these crimes. If you can even say that crimes have even been done. The person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research. Why do you think he would be? He has no reason to. He could be in order to understand his own existence better, but it kind of seems like he already has a very good understanding of it. He could be maybe in an attempt to continue on Rhindaughter's research as sort of, you know, her creation and her student. He might feel like he has a duty to do so. But where did that come from? It doesn't seem like he had that mentality during the Dragonspine events. So why is he suddenly now pursuing this? Did she get in contact with him? That would be huge if she did. I'm wondering. Is he worried about dying? He wants to preserve his own life? That seems so unlikely. Maybe it does have to do with the other life forms on Dragonspine. And I mean Dragonspine itself, Durin. He's been researching those life forms and during all this time, Could he be wanting to help them? Stabilize them? Or just understand what's going on with Durin, maybe? That wouldn't make sense with the human transmutation. It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. Okay, underneath the book. Don't mind if I do. Test tube. There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Is that our test tube from his story quest? Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient to construct a stable structure. Huh.
全然わからないぞ。おいらがバカだからか？それとも錬金術がそれだけ難しいってことか？
That does make me think he's trying to replicate Rhindaughter's success with himself. Like he's trying to do what she did and create somebody new. Oh, thank God, I thought I lost the chance to look under the book. But then again, why? After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow. Almost like there's a compartment within the desk. Ho ho ho. There's so much to investigate. Research notes. Albedo's notes lie on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. Didn't we see that eye on his chalkboard in Dragonspine? And also, isn't that the same eye that's on Venti's design? I was just staring at it during that conversation we had with him. The little dangly gem that's on his cape. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful, and neat with a certain elegance in its uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, Putrefaction? Something should be regarded as a counter-simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning into dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air. Well, that's a method right there. That's one of the missing pieces of evidence, but we have established that if someone framed him with that letter... Okay, that wasn't established at all, but if someone did frame him through that letter earlier, then they're definitely capable of forging his handwriting. Oh my god. This is so stressful. I love this. Oh my god. That's cool. There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you should try using the power of Geo. Which we do have! The hidden compartment opens. I love how she just casually uses Geo. Are we Geo right now? No, that doesn't stop her. I love it. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Paper! Festering is also a manifestation of rot. Festering desire. Oh, I should have read festering desire! Oh my god. When festering forces and a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the Blank Project, primordial human project perhaps? I must take advantage of this opportunity.
この計画名のところ、インクが滲んでてわかんなくなってるな。一体どんな計画なんだ?
Oh yeah, but the Traveler never heard that project name. That was what Albedo was talking to himself about at the end of the second event, Shadows. The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. Is this quest going to send me to Dragonspine? If it does, this will be the ultimate Mondstadt quest. Probably my favorite quest of all time. If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. I mean, look at the clipboard. It's Albedo themed. Amid the notes in a map with a few marking. Oh, amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. 2 of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. You don't say! Okay, so... Oh, is that where Beatrice saw him bury the body? Wow, I was nowhere near there. That's the location between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. We went just to the left of there. And there's Dragonspine. It's right above Wormrest. And hey, right just down from the statue that's right outside Albedo's laboratory too. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden in that last location. Or, at the very least, what remains of one. If it was buried before he figured out, or whoever figured out the disintegration process, there might be something. Sorry, Paimon. Gonna go tell Jean what we found. Hi, Jean. Oh, hello. That was a cool sound. Are we sure it's Venti? It is Venti. Sure does, but on the other hand, at the same time, I trust Albedo wholeheartedly. I believe that whatever he's doing it for a good reason. The people that died, I don't think were originally people to begin with. They were probably... Okay. If he's trying to make a quote-unquote human life, those were probably failures. But why would he be doing that? Again, there is the idea of him carrying on his creator's research. His own curiosity. Or maybe if it's for someone on Dragonspine. Like, maybe one of the other Albedos he has taken under his wing and wants to give them, like, a full life, and maybe they're unstable because they were mutations, right? So maybe he's giving them a body. Or, throwing this out there, could it be for Durin? Then again, we do know some things are going on with Durin from Summertide, or that is to say, Simulanka. So, it seems like... I mean... It feels like that could be possible. Because he's definitely alive. His consciousness and his soul aren't exactly there. But his soul has returned to General Tevat as of the end of Simulanka. Or at least a copy of his soul has. Is it possible to copy a soul? Anyways, it would be fascinating if the body was for Durin. But if it were, there's a couple steps missing in the process there that would need to be fulfilled before Durin could inhabit such a body, it feels like. So that feels like a big jump for Albedo to make, even for Albedo to make. I don't know if the Wanderer's been in Mondstadt anytime recently, so there's no reason to think that Durin's soul has returned to Mondstadt. It kind of does the exact opposite, actually. You share what you learned with Venti.
確かに良くない状況だね。アルベドは黄金、レインドットが作り出した子。このことがまだ公になってないからいいけど、もし広まれば、レインドットの後継者だと言われるだろう。
Yeah, really.
レインドットはその錬金術からしても、倫理観からしても狂っている。たとえアルベドの正体を知っているものであっても、これらの証拠を見れば動揺してしまうだろう。君も含めてね。
I trust him wholeheartedly, but okay, so it is known in general that Rhine-Daughter was a little, yeah, her approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, as one might say. Okay, that's unfortunate. That is a reputation that we will be battling should certain things come to light. I don't think the handwriting was faked, and the notes also sounded like him. I don't know, but I want to. Absolutely, I do.
Oh,
sorry.
ルベドの動機は何なんだ？あいつなりの理由があるんだよな。
Right?
きっと言えない事情があるってだけだろ。
I'm so worried though, because as they go to question Albedo now, he probably won't tell them anything useful. We should go talk to him, because we're the only person that I don't know if he knows that Venti knows, so we're the only person that he knows. So we should go talk to him if they'll let us talk to him, but I don't know if they'll let us talk to him in privacy. Maybe we could argue to swap places with Kaya and become his defendant? Or his attorney, whatever it's called. So then that way they will let us speak with him in private? If they will.
何はともあれ、公平に調査をするって約束した以上、調査結果も事実に即して出すべきだよ。
Yeah, the facts are a little unfortunate, but that faith that we have in Albedo tells me that we must be missing more facts. We need to find those. And if we don't, then we just have to accept what we found. Sorry, Albedo. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes in him? No, that's too fast of a turnaround.
客観的に真実と向き合うこともまた役に立つはずさ。君が感じたことを正直に報告するんだ。君は第三者的な立場、何も気負わなくていい。
Oh dear, really it just sounds like he's preparing for the worst.
そうかもしれないけど。よし、行こうぜ。ジン団長に報告しよう。
Oh, we've been spotted.
うわ、お前、マイルズだよな。どうしてそんなところにいるんだ？
I did have a sudden feeling that someone would have overheard that, but I didn't realize it was going to be real!
あ、すみません。ドアの向こうから物音が聞こえたので、
Hey.
誰かいるのか中に入って確かめようかと。
Miles, how are you feeling, by the way? Has anything changed?
オイラたちはジン団長の許可をもらって調査してたんだ。
そうでしたか。邪魔をしてしまい申し訳ありません。
Well, tell me how you're doing.
ちょっと待った。オイラたちのさっきの話、聞いてないよな。
Subtle, but also, yeah, we do kind of need to know.
正直よく聞こえませんでしたし、意味もあまり。
じゃあ聞かなかったことにしてくれ。頼む。
Yeah, we are in the middle of an investigation, and any conclusions we draw at this point will be incomplete. So please just forget anything you learned here, and let us go through the due process. Please, thank you. Yay, goodbye. Wait, tell me how you are.
承知しました。
No, that does not sound like the voice of a man who's going to forget what he heard. That sounds like the voice of a man who's going to feel conflicted, and then need to vent his feelings to his friends, and then the rumors will spread. Sorry, Albedo. We might be speeding you along to your unfortunate fate, actually, with this one. Sorry.
調べてた時に見つけたあの地図、やっぱ気になるよな。その場所に行ってみようぜ。
That was really unfortunate, wasn't it, actually? I do think this is going, like, this might end with Albedo's identity being revealed. Oh my god, that would be huge and unfortunate. Oh, I can go back in if I want to?
よし、何か手がかりがないか見てみようぜ。
Double checking. Okay, because on one hand, maybe in the long run it would be a good thing for Albedo's identity to be known, because he feels himself, he feels so different from other people. And I want him to have the experience of being accepted wholeheartedly, even though he is different and people know it. But for it to be revealed in this context, I think would not go well. And also, I'd rather it be his choice to tell people who he is, not for it to be, like, pried out of him in a court of law, you know? Okay, so that's stressing me out that Miles might spill some beans to the general populace. Okay, well, we are at about 2 hours, and I do not want to rush this one, so we're going to pause it here and continue in another video. I am enjoying this so much. This is like the perfect combination of investigation and like character development and getting involved with so many different characters. This is this might have jumped up to my favorite quest of all time already. I mean, we're going to Dragonspine next? Say less. I need a fire character. Pyro, that is. I'm so excited. But that will have to be next time. So, Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. A big thank you to our Patreon supporters, Jay Blakewood, Konosard, Power of Chaos, Mary, Edu, G. Brilia, The Loyal Servant of Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, Ruru, Lycan, Axel Iron, Jake Quellen, Lunar, Sonova, Mathsan, Marcin Shinishevsky, Marcus, Sal, and all of our anonymous patrons. Welcome back to Mondstadt, everybody! Things sure are happening this time around, and I will see you in the next one for more of this amazing quest. Wow. Alright, see you then. Bye now!